Freedom is coming. Every captive. We're not slowing down. If your legs get tired, tell the devil he's a liar.
Yeah.
Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Break chains of sin and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth.
Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 84 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip up the Atlantic coast of America to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available. That you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So yeah, I'm here at Sebago Lake State Park, and I am headed for the coast. This almost feels like it did when I was coming into Yorktown last year. Like I'm going back to the Atlantic. I mean, this has been a big 1,000+ mile detour away from the coast to get back to it today. Not sure which campground I'm going to go to. Of course, you'll know that before I do in about 15-20 minutes. But I do know that it's going to be hot, so I got up this morning at like 5 o'clock, checked on everything on the YouTube channel, made sure that everything was good to go. I even went and took a shower. What is this? You're taking a shower in the morning, Adam? Something's wrong. No, just wanted to like beat the heat, honestly. Yesterday was rough. I took the nap in the middle of the day at the gas station, and then like when I got here and finished click and produce, I just went to sleep. So yeah, excited to get back to the Atlantic, excited to see more of Maine. Maine yesterday so far was just incredible. There's towns, and then in between the towns it's just woods. Absolutely beautiful. However, I don't know if it's going to be quite like that today because I'm getting so much closer to the coast and it'll be more populated. Still trying to come up with the idea of where I'm going to terminate at. There's a lighthouse that I want to go to. Don't know if I'm going to go to the farthest easternmost point. Definitely not going to go to Fort Kent at the top north tip of Maine. May end in Bar Harbor. Just kind of trying to think through everything, look at the days, and I'm ready to get back home to my family. So, you know, the real main holdup is if I go all the way out to that easternmost point, there's no like bus service, transport service, Uber, anything out there. There's just nothing out there. So I would have to turn around on the bicycle and then spend like 4 days going back to the first place with bus service. And then I'd have to catch like a private bus from Bar Harbor to Bangor, and then a bus from Bangor to Portland, and then the train from Portland to Boston. And I'd have to get off in Boston and go 5 miles across town because the trains don't connect, and then go from Boston back to New Orleans. So the way it's looking right now, Eben Corbiere is supposed to meet me up in Bar Harbor. I've got a ride for Scotty Peacock on day July 7th. Out of all the possible people I could run into, he worked with Amy, Scotty's mother. So he's actually going to be riding with me in the Bar Harbor area on the 7th. Since he's going to be there, it's almost too much of a God thing to just go ahead and end the tour on that day and then have Eben take me back to like the Boston train station, the right one, to head back to New Orleans. So still trying to map it all out, figure it all out. Again, I never know what I'm doing, but you guys will know what I decide to do in the next week. It's crazy that this one's coming to an end. It has been so long, like so long. Key West Bike Ride 2021, here we go. Crazy, crazy. So good, God has provided all the way. But in order to find out what he's got in store for the day, I've got to get on that bicycle right there. Let's go. Alright, so I haven't even gotten breakfast yet. I just rolled into Walmart. When I was trying to pump my tire up this morning, I realized the gauge is stuck on 50. This is that Blackburn high, super high volume pump. I really like it. I really wish that it would have worked longer. I tried to come and see if they could exchange it here, but they didn't have one of that kind. So I went with this Blackburn. We'll see. You know, I've had a Toe Peak, I've had a Lezyne, I've had this Blackburn, and this one's been my favorite. I wish it would have worked. Anyway, time to go get some breakfast now. I'm hungry. Alright, so I just came backwards down here to Kelly's Sebago Diner. And I'm glad I did, because I realized while I was transferring my videos from the phone storage to the SD that my SD is used up. So I need to go get another SD card from Walmart, so I gotta go right back past it again anyway. How cool is that? Breakfast was amazing. They gave me this plate of sausage and bacon and eggs, and it had this little flower on it, which I thought was really nice. So, no, I am not gonna ride with this behind my ear. But I thought it would make you question, Adam, why is there a flower behind your ear? It was on my plate of food, and I didn't know whether I should eat it or not. Like, is that a thing? Anyway, onward to Walmart and then Brunswick. It looks like there's not much after this Walmart. Like, I'm going backwoods, back roads for 35 miles, middle of nowhere. So let's get it. Got it. This is a weird Walmart. Earlier when I came out, I was in like the shade and I was panicking, like trying to find my sunglasses. I was like, where do I put them? They got to be around here somewhere, and I was wearing them. This time, when the little thing, the self-checkout thing was like, please insert your card, I was like, why isn't it in my headphones? It should be in my headphones. Why is the audio not in my headphones? And I was like, that's not your audio, man. Anyway, weird. Very weird. Strange things like that happen all the time, but this was twice in one place. Weird. Let's go. Well, that was amazing. Oh my goodness. So there's like a layer of warm water, maybe 70-degree water, and then below it about 3 feet is this 62-degree frigid cold layer. It feels so good to swim down into it. When I got up to get my phone from the recording, I looked over and saw this. It says Hope down there over the culvert. So I was like, how cool is that? I love these little God moments where I'm just like, you know what? I need to turn off here and see if I can swim. And it turns out there is hope here. There's hope and love everywhere I go. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. Anyway, let's keep going. 30 miles down, 12 noon, 17 left to go. 2:30, 3, maybe the earliest day ever on the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour. Don't quote me on that, but it could be. We'll see. You know, I really wanted to jump here. I mean, I have searched like everything to see if there's footprints, if there's any kind of sign that people jump down there to the water from here. I'm sure they do, but I can't risk it. So this is one like super fun time that I will not get a chance to check out. If you know of people that jump here, please do not drop it in the comments, because I don't want to know that I could have. I love you guys. On further inspection, this is a trail of people that obviously run off right here. I mean, you can't climb back up. They're going nowhere. And there is a way to climb up down here. Still not going to do it. I just can't, like, you know, I don't have local knowledge. You know, somebody could say, hey, just make sure you don't jump here because there's a big boulder that you would break your legs on. So I don't have time to like swim around down there and figure it all out. Golly, I really want to. Like, this is one of those moments where if there was someone else here right now doing this, I would be doing it. No doubt about it. Oh, man. Awesome. Anyway, yeah, can't do it. Love you guys. See you later. All right, so I now know why I woke up earlier than I usually ever do on a Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, and why I rode before lunch. Not because I'm beating the rain. I mean, it didn't rain the entire time I rode, but now it's starting to. So I made it to Brunswick, rolled in here to Scarlet Begonias, sat down. This lady, Tammy, was sitting across, like 2 tables across, and so she's like, you know, we struck up a conversation, and she asked me, you know, where do you plan on putting the rehab? And I said, like, East Tennessee, Love, Virginia area, Appalachian Mountains. She was like, I'm just now like finishing in September my MD, and I'm going to be working at the VA in East Tennessee doing the medicine assisted therapy. Like, I'm all over what you're doing, and like I want to help. I want to help people that want to help people. And so we like talked, and she was just, she had a new excitement about the program and finishing, you know, her own, because she's just overwhelmed. She's doing like 80 hours a week right now, if not more. And she was just like, this has given me a new excitement about what I'm doing. I'm so glad that I met you today. And I was like, I'm glad I met you too. And so this is actually the way I had to stand to take the picture with her. Even though she's still shorter than me in this picture, me standing this way was the way that I took it. She was tiny, but so awesome, so cool. Thank you so much again, Tammy. Everything, I look forward to keeping in touch with you as a rehab gets built. So as you can tell now, it's starting to rain. I don't know how long that's going to last. I've got to look it all up. But I'm only like 2 miles from where I'm staying tonight, so that's cool. Anyway, love you guys. See you later. All right, so I just rolled into Verizon. You know, my watch breaking. Didn't really know what was going on with that. Not necessarily something I would do mid-tour, but I was literally pulling out of this parking lot, and I was like, hey, there's a Verizon store. So I made sure, you know, that they weren't just an authorized retailer, that they were Verizon. And got the Galaxy Wear 3. So, crazy story. I'm standing there, I'm like, hey, look, my watch is broke, is it under warranty? She said, well, let's check it out. So we checked it out, and she was like, you know, you have a deal that not very many people get, like it's $250 off the watch. And I was like, well, what does that come out to? And so, like, after everything was said and done, all I owed in the store was taxes, and my bill is cut in half. So I'm effectively paying less money to have this than I was with my last watch. How does that even happen? Not only that, on top of that, while I'm standing there, of course, chatting it up, one of the ladies is like, that cause really hits close to home. I said, well, yeah, I know. Me too, you know. I pedal each day for someone who's passed away from addiction. She was like, yesterday was the anniversary of my brother. And so, now I know why my watch broke. This is supernatural. How does all this happen? Every day, it's supernatural. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I'll be riding for him in the next few days. But God's good. Now, I've still only got like a mile left to the campground, so let me do that. You'll see that right about now. Right as I finished setting my tent up. So, funny story about this campground. They're closed to the public. I called earlier and I was like, hey, I see you got hiker-biker campsites for $8. And they were like, yeah, we're closed to the public. You'd have to call these summer jam people. So she gives me a number out of New Hampshire. Talk to the guy and he's like, yeah, it's $125 for the weekend and you have to pay for the whole weekend. So I was like, well, I definitely can't do that. I'm riding a bicycle up the Atlantic coast. Anything else we can do here? And he was like, I tell you what, how much were they going to charge you for that campsite? I said, $8. He said, $8? I was going to charge you $30 and, you know, milk you, but 10. Can I milk you for 10? And I was like, yeah. So I PayPal'd the guy $10. Pretty much got the campground all to myself. I mean, there's people setting up for this festival. So anyway, yeah, so $10, get to put my tent down for the night, get a shower, restrooms, unbelievable. Another amazing day. Amazing day. I just don't know how it's happening. It never stops. Like, each time I meet somebody, even when I met the lady at Verizon, I just welled up with tears because I don't ever expect it, and then it happens. And it's just amazing. It's amazing that we get to help the people that we get to help with healing brokenheartedness and setting captives free. I actually got a message from another person who I met about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, who said that ever since I came and talked to her about the situation, about Redeeming Eden, that situation that she was dealing with, her friend has not had a drink in the last 2 weeks when she sent that message. And she said, love has returned to our household. God definitely sent you, to speak to me that day. So it's cool. I mean, it's overwhelmingly cool. On top of that, it's cool that I'm at the Atlantic Ocean. I'm not going to walk down there because it did just start raining. I'll do that in the morning as long as weather permits. But I'm here. I've completely finished the Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Vermont, New Hampshire loop. And now I'm back like 110 miles from where I left off in Boston. So, yeah, that's it for the day. Amazing day. God's faithful. I really don't know what else to say. I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's pretty much it. It's all Him. I encourage you, if God has put it on your heart to start a ministry, go do it. Anyway, if you know anyone who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Papa link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction. I know you don't either. Let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. This is the REACCT Tour, REACCT, Redeeming Eden Atlantic Coast Cycle Tour, and I need you to react. I need you to like the videos, comment on the videos on YouTube, share the videos on your social media profile, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All those things will go a long way in helping to build Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. Don't forget, Redeeming Eden's a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I will leave a link to them in the description. You can go there. You can find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund. Or you can go back and watch the day one video from this series, the REACCT Tour. Do know any funds left over from the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour will go to building Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. It's almost over with, guys. This tour is almost over with, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, each and every one of you. From here at the Atlantic Ocean at Thomas Point Beach and Campground in Brunswick, Maine, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.